Hi, Michelle.
Hi, G.
Thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for the coffee.
Actually, this beverage is provided by Clifton.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Clifton.
Thanks, Clifton.
So, I heard about your story, and I know what you go through. Can you talk about that?
Yes, so I am a stage 4 breast cancer survivor. 7 years in October. I'm excited about that. I was diagnosed in 2015 and went through chemo, radiation, several surgeries, and I've been blessed and I'm healed now, and I've always had an active lifestyle, and cycling has helped me through my journey. Yeah, so it's been pretty awesome.
So, when you diagnosed stage 4 cancer, did you do any special thing to treat your cancer?
So I was diagnosed with stage 4, and there is a special cocktail. That's what they call the chemotherapy. Special cocktail that they gave me. I had 3 different chemotherapy drugs that I was on, and over the course of 4.5 months, I believe, I had 16 rounds of chemo. So after I've had my first round of chemo, my tumor started shrinking immediately, which was like crazy to me. By the time I finished, I believe like round 8, they couldn't even feel the tumor anymore. It was just complete mush. And so after I finished my chemotherapy, I had a double mastectomy, and then after that I had 5 weeks of daily radiation. That was radiation Monday through Friday, and I have a monthly shot that I get, and then a daily pill. So that's been my whole journey with my medication and surgery and drugs and all of that.
It sounds like really hard. What actually made you being so positive?
I think I've always just kind of been a very positive type of person. I try to be, and very faithful. And I think, the power of the mind is a magnificent thing. And if you have a strong mind, then I believe you're going to have a strong body. And so that positivity helps with that. And, when you're happy, I don't know, everything is just light. If you're sad, then everything is dark. So staying positive through my journey, it just kind of helped me get through. I didn't have time to think about the bad things, because there were so many good things, in there. Like my little mantra is look for the rainbow amongst the clouds. And there were so many rainbows going through my journey. I didn't have to shave my legs all summer long. That was amazing.
So that's true.
Yeah, people only focus on the bad thing about losing your hair,
right.
But losing my hair meant that I didn't have to shave.
Yeah.
Yay! And then losing my hair meant that I could just wear a bunch of great wigs, just have a different personality.
Okay. So, when you diagnosed this by stage 4 cancer, how did you find out, and how you actually end up finding out?
So I was, I remember that day. It was a Sunday night. I was going to dinner, and I just felt the lump. I was just getting dressed, and I don't normally get sick. So if anything is going on with my body, I always have made a thing to get things checked out immediately. So I called my doctor. She got me in that week. She didn't think anything was she just thought it was like dense tissue. But she said, let's go ahead and get a mammogram. And so I had a mammogram that week. So Sunday is when I found the lump. Friday, I'm in the doctor's office getting a mammogram. And that's when things started going downhill. The mammogram hurt, and they said it wasn't supposed to hurt. And then I had a sonogram, and the technician said that it didn't look good. So then those results were sent off. The next week I had a biopsy, and that's when it was determined that I had breast cancer. So then after I did the biopsy, then they had to do a scan of my body. Once they did the scan, that's when they said, oh, it's in your vertebrae. So I had a spot that was in my neck and then another spot that was in the middle of my spine. I felt like I was hit with a ton of bricks. They wanted to, once they found out that it was in my spine, that makes it go into stage 4, and so they wanted to start treatment immediately.
So what's different between before and
I was fabulous before and I'm fabulous now. The only thing I have to say, yes, I guess my body is kind of physically different because I've had a double mastectomy. But I mean, I had some amazing surgeons, so yeah. I feel like I don't necessarily look any different. But I think it's my outlook on life is what's different from before now. I think, before cancer, I just kind of live life day to day and just have fun. And not saying that I don't do that now, because I still do, but life is just very precious. And I try to live in the moment and create experiences out of everything.
So from your experience, how to prevent from the diagnosis?
How to prevent from breast cancer? Man, breast cancer is just affecting so many people, so many women every single day, and there's no way to really prevent it. But early detection is what's key. So making sure that women are doing their monthly self-examinations, and if you're over the age of 40, that you're getting yearly mammograms. And if there is a history of breast cancer in your family, then talking to your doctor about that so that you can get those mammograms done earlier, and possibly getting genetic testing.
Do you have any message to the fighters and survivors?
Yeah, to, like I said, always look for the rainbow amongst the clouds, and not allowing your sickness or your cancer to define you. Knowing that we're always stronger than whatever might be in our body, and we can prevail past that.
So you get into the cycling after you cure your cancer, right? Can you tell me about it?
Absolutely. So I started cycling in 2020, and ironically, it was exactly 5 years almost to the date of being diagnosed. I started cycling, I think, May 19th, and I was diagnosed on May 21st. So almost to the date. I think that's divine intervention. And I've always been active. I was a professional dancer, and then after dancing, I was always, running and walking. But during COVID, I got tired of walking. I said, if I walk anymore, I'm gonna die. So I went to the bike shop, and that was it. I met some cyclists on my very first ride, and I just fell in love with it. And my oncologist was always stressing about being active all the time. So this was like the perfect sport to do that. Because I think I'm more active in cycling than I have been in anything else outside of dance. So.
Yeah. So what do you like about cycling?
When I'm cycling, I feel like I'm on stage as a dancer.
Oh, really?
I'm the
Really?
dancing cyclist. Everyone that's on the street, all the cars, they are the audience, and they are watching us. I'm in the same Lycra.
Yeah.
So this is nothing but my leotard. While there are different things that I'm wearing, my goggles and my helmet are just my hair being up in the French roll, and my shoes are nothing more than my ballet shoes and my point shoes. So it's just, there's so much technique that goes behind cycling. I thought when I first got a bike that I just get on and just pedal, but there's so much that goes into it. all the technique, and it just reminds me of dance because there's so many. You don't just get on stage and just dance, you know.
Right.
You know, there's a technique. Are your hips level? It's. I feel like it's the same. There's so many parallels.
Yeah, it's like pulling your leg or pushing your leg.
Yes,
and
yes.
Think about your breathing.
Yes,
too,
if I'm
right?
doing a pirouette, I have to push off the ground. I don't just lift my leg to my
Right.
bones. I push off the ground. So I have to think of going up and going down when I'm going up the hill. So it's just, they're the same.
Now, who you currently riding with?
I ride with everybody.
Everybody.
You know, so I ride with Ride the DFW. I ride with Clifton. I ride with Plano Biking Association. I ride with Shawnee Trail, and then I get some other little groups in there, here and there. And I ride solo a lot, actually, down here in downtown Dallas.
You like solo riding better or the group riding better?
I actually love them both equally. When I ride solo because I don't have a choice because I work so much and in the evening, and so that's when a lot of the group rides are happening. So riding solo allows me to like kind of zone out and just take in nature. And I feel like every time I'm riding solo, I'm just getting stronger because there's nobody there to block the wind.
Yeah, that's right.
And I got to get home all
Yeah.
by myself, even when I'm tired. So I'm pushing a little differently. But when I'm with the group rides and I'm able to talk to other people, I'm pushing myself in a different way because I have to keep up with the group. So that can be challenging. Yeah. So I like both.
So what's your goal for this year as a cyclist?
My goal as a cyclist is to get stronger. And to get more knowledgeable. Yes, I have a FOMO, the fear of missing out and a fear of not knowing enough. So I want to gain as much cycling knowledge as possible so that I can apply that to my technique and hopefully get stronger and meet more people. I've met so many fabulous folks, including you and Clifton,
Yeah.
you know, on my journey. So it's been pretty awesome.
All right. Anything else other than cycling?
The kids.
Kids.
I love being able to mix and match in all the colors. I've always been big into fashion, and even when I was a dancer, like, you know, I'm in leotards and tights every single day, and I'm in the studio and I can't wear my regular clothes, so it's always about wearing different color leotards and tights. And now, being a cyclist, I can do that with all the different kits. So different color helmets and shoes and gloves. I love being able to accessorize. And every now and then I might match my lipstick to my kit too.
It's not. In this day, it's so hot, and it's like it's gonna be melting.
Or you just
down.
get a nice little lip liner and it'll be fine. So yeah, that's I love being able to wear different outfits, different kits. Yes, it's just like my fashion on the road.
Gotcha. Michelle, thank you for sharing your story, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.